and the CIA will be able to notify discreetly and by covert means, but it'll be clear to all government workers of relation that the CIA had a special class of people remain in the district, Lower Manhattan, downtown, and its expanse. Within the city, half a day before the particular event, and that the CIA notified the whole federal government of the United States and much of the population of government relation on the particular event. So no one died. That this will be known to the government of the United States of America and its subordinates. Per briefing protocols. I'm not gonna ensure that everything is gonna be copacetic in getting them to that point of understanding, because people are gonna be annoyed, offended, and angry. But 3 days later, what's gonna happen in central Moscow happens. Okay, and what happens in Haiti is just gonna be minimal. They're inconsequential in the grand scheme of things based on what we perceive of war. There's not gonna be any structural damage in Haiti, obviously. There's no point to that in anyone's mind, whether you're a good or bad person, right? I'm pretty sure of that. But Haiti is gonna grow exponentially, over the next 20, 30, 40 years, exponentially into becoming the richest, the wealthiest country in the world per capita. It's not gonna be the wealthiest power in the world. Obviously, it's a small nation, but it's gonna be the wealthiest country in the world per capita in 40 years. That's one of our goals. Africa, the African Union is going to be the wealthiest continental union in the world within the next 30, 40 years, and it's going to get there. It's going to be noticeable as this within 20 years. We are going to be sure in 20 years that the African Union is going to get to the point of being the most powerful and economically viable continental union on the planet. Okay, but the United States of America itself is going to remain the most powerful and wealthy nation state in the world for the remainder of time, until the end of time. Not per capita. We are going to have the most powerful corporations. We're going to have the largest middle class. We're going to have the strongest national federal government. It's going to be as is already, but it's going to be perfected, refined, and so forth. So the per capita distinction has to be allowed. We relayed to much of the world the miracle of Bermuda, and we did not find too much conflict, because Bermuda is very inconsequential to the federal government of the United States, but it was a test, and that particular test did not offend anyone. All right, so we saw, well, there's hope. Okay, so Bermuda has a high per capita wealth stature based on statistics, data. And we were testing people to see if they were offended by it, because Bermuda is essentially a Caribbean country of Afro-Caribbeans by majority, even though there's a significant, European population there, and so on. But anyway, so that's that deal. China is going to democratize. Over the next, 20, 30 years, it's going to be completely democratized, completely, thoroughly. The Communist Party is going to remain, and is going to be the most popular party, but it's going to be within a democratic country.
So, let me ask you a question.
It's going to be within a democratic culture. China is going to evolve completely. Okay? But and the deal with China in accepting that is that we do allow Taiwan, the ROC, the Republic of China, to be an associate state of China, the People's Republic of China, and not the United States of America. My deal with Taiwan is to accept that I've decided that the Republic of Vanuatu will be the associate state of the United States in the Asia Pacific, and that's it. We're not going to have any argument over this or debate anymore. I made my decision. The Central Intelligence Agency and INTERPOL and the United Nations, they said yes to that. They have confirmed it as competent, as astute, and within the grand scheme of restitutive and reparation action. Or reparative action. So yes, the Commonwealth of Dominica over the next 2 years is gonna sign the EAA in 2025 actually, and it's gonna sign it as the Commonwealth of Dominica. And in details within supplemental document, it's going to say Associate State of the United States of America. Okay? And that's how it declares officially that it has signed contracts with the Central Intelligence Agency, the Department of State, and Interpol to serve as the first associate state of the United States. Okay. It's going to serve as the first associate state of the United States. It's not going to breach its sovereignty and its independence, but it's going to become part of the American system, and not just Americana, American system itself. It's going to reward every citizen of the Commonwealth of Dominica residential national status of the United States, residential national of the United States, upon immediacy, nothing else. Okay? And that's what's that going to denote? They'll be able to travel and live in the United States of America, and to be able to get public benefits without being considered citizens of the United States of America. They will be able to apply for normal citizenship and so forth, naturalization process within the naturalization process of the United States, and that's an official process protected by the Constitution of the United States, and there's no secret policy which is going to allow to evade or contradict or contrast that. And there's no popular dissent, and there's no sort of stuff that there's no, well, it's the federal government's decision if they like you or don't like you. It's not based on law and standards. That's when we get to the point of decay. When it becomes subjective, we get to the point of fascism and nepotism and all of the baptisms and isms. Okay? I want you guys to get that out of your heads. Get that out of your heads. Okay? Law is standard and applied equally amongst every individual within the respective space of jurisdiction, whatever country is being addressed. Okay, I'm going to have to sit down to allow you to finish up. Okay, I'm not going to get in your way at all, okay? So, yeah, so I need you guys to know that. Okay, so Corinne Japierre, I did get you United States citizenship, and it's based on the work you have done over the past few years with the White House via the Central Intelligence Agency. Okay? And what the work you have done with the Central Intelligence Agency as an informal associate of the United States government, specifically the Central Intelligence Agency of the United States, before becoming popular in MSNBC and CNN. I got you. You were a refugee. You are a refugee from Haiti. Doesn't matter what your Wikipedia page says. I helped you out. Okay, and you don't have to like me yet, or you don't have to re-like me yet, but you're gonna respect me, Corinne. I'm your boss. Okay, I'm your boss. And don't say, look at the situation you're in. Why would I respect you? It's a test, and you're gonna pass that test. You're gonna pass that test. I made sure the Central Intelligence Agency guaranteed to me that you're eventually gonna pass this test. You're gonna say yes to the Caribbean community becoming the most powerful bloc within the General Assembly of the Americas right away. The GAA right away upon its inception. I don't need your yes to anyone, but to me, your yes is important. Okay? All right? I want you to understand that. So that's what I mean by that. All right? I'm not trying to be offensive at all. I know that she might be a bit irate over the Haiti situation, but we need Haiti into the EAA right away. And all of the reports from the Central Intelligence Agency keep saying that the government is so incompetent and so criminal infested. I can't have this anymore. We need a restart without breaching the Constitution of Haiti, and that's by entering Haiti into the EAA right away. We're going to provide semi-open borders to the Americas next year. Government workers and civil society workers all throughout the Americas will be easily traversable. We'll be able to traverse the Americas without much opposition, with some sort of standard travel allowances, travel and residential allowances, semi-open borders, transition into the Union of the Americas in 25 years, meaning its inception in 2049. The Union of the Americas, the UA. And I'm not lying at all. Okay? So, yeah. So that's what we have planned. They said, how is that semi-open borders? That's semi-open borders. That's honestly semi-open borders. It's partial open borders. Open borders first for government workers, whoever is registered as an employee